Friends. We all want them. And getting them sounds so simple. After all, you just gotta talk to people and send a friend request, right? Well, sadly, that's not how it works. Just because someone accepts your friend request doesn't make them your friend. And when it comes to online gaming, with a community as toxic and immature as the Brawl community, finding normal people to be friends with can be impossible. But do not worry, because I, the amazing Vertex, am here to tell you that it is possible to make real friends in this horrible community, and that you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to go over the main reasons you can't make friends and exactly how to change that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you found most helpful. Now, before we get into the main points, let me tell you a little about me and why you should listen. So, I've been playing Brawl Stars since 2019. I first started when I was 13, and now I'm 20. Almost 2 years from graduating college. Throughout my Brawl journey, I've been a part of so many friend groups, and I've watched people come and go. And whenever I sit down and think about everything I've done on this game, the first thing that comes to mind isn't the trophies I've pushed or the highest rank I've hit. It's always the people I got those achievements with. And when I graduated high school back in 2024, I took a screenshot of my online friend group at the time. I printed it out and hung it on my wall. That's how much they meant to me. When I took that screenshot, I actually thought that'd be the last time I'd ever play Brawl Stars. I assumed that was the end of my gaming career and that I'd fully move on. But surprisingly, I ended up coming back. Sadly, my friends didn't. And when I came back in 2026, I generally had no close friends. I could probably get some people for like an occasional throwback, but that lasts like a day max. And everyone I knew that was close to quit and just moved on with their lives. It makes sense. We grew up together and people grow apart. That's just how life works. But starting over was rough because let's be honest, this community is just a bunch of middle and high schoolers. And when you're 20 and going to college, that's not exactly the group that you're going to click with. On top of that, with 170,000 trophies and almost 14K on TikTok, I had another problem too. It's a lot easier for fake people to try and slide into my DMs trying to talk to me. And it's way harder to find genuine people beneath all that. And plus, I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people. So I basically had to relearn how to make friends on this game from scratch and figure out what actually works, which is what this video is built on. You guys might have heard the phrase, in the end, it's about the friends you made along the way. As corny as it sounds, it's actually the truth. Friends are important IRL and online. And honestly, when it comes to Brawl Stars, the whole point of the game is playing with friends. A good friend group is the reason you keep playing even after you get bored of the game. Even if you like solos, you still want to know who else plays that mode. And generally, if 3v3 isn't your thing, you can always find people for duos or trios. There's so many different communities in this game, full of people who play every mode. So you can figure out what you like to play the most and find those communities. And don't ever let anyone tell you what mode you can play or cannot play. If you have fun playing it, play it. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the reasons. Number 1. You're toxic, you think you're better than everyone, and you want everyone to know it. The main way people communicate on Brawl Stars is through Discord, so everyone you meet in-game eventually ends up talking to you there. And it is way too common for people to argue, beef, and ego each other in servers. That is the perfect recipe for someone to not like you. Sure, you might be better than someone, and they might be wrong about something that you're talking about, but publicly beefing with them isn't going to make anyone else want to be around you. If your whole personality is being toxic and egoing people, you're going to run out of people who want to actually play with you. It's a huge turnoff, and overall you just lose a lot of friends, and it's not worth it. Number 2. You only talk to people in public servers instead of DMs or private group chat. The truth is, genuine, non-toxic people, they avoid public servers because it's full of toxicity, it's a waste of time, and most of the people there are just typing stuff to get skulls and rage bait. If you want someone to actually recognize and connect with you, you need to hit them up in DMs. The good thing with servers are they're great for finding people, and DMs are where the friendships actually get built. What I recommend is when you play Brawl Stars with randoms, add all the good ones and make sure to get their Discord and chat. And once you get their Discord, message them in DMs. Just say like hi, maybe a few questions. That way you can set up the foundation. Number 3, you're not actually being yourself. A lot of people, they put on this gamer persona online that isn't really them. Sometimes they're a bit louder, more aggressive, and more sarcastic than they'd ever be in real life. That friendships that actually last are the ones where people meet the real you, not the character that you're playing. So just drop whatever act you're doing, and I promise the right people that are good for you will stick around. Number 4, you're not looking for people similar to you. So when I came back and had to start over, this was honestly what saved me. You don't need to like reveal a bunch of stuff about you to find common ground. If you just say something as simple as saying like, "Oh, you're a college student," that automatically filters out a huge chunk of the server, and it'll put people in front of you who are actually like on like your terms. And this goes for in-game skill as well. You want to try to connect with people who are as good as you, maybe even a little better. You don't want to go for people who are like below you in skill. And I'm not saying that because you're better than them and like you're better than them as a person, they're not worth talking to. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to put out is that it's easier to just relate to someone who's on a similar level. You guys understand the same struggles, you're chasing similar goals, and the conversations, they feel more natural instead of forced. Number 5, you keep trying to join a group instead of building one. Now this is one of the most common mistake I see people make, and they always get it wrong. The best way to make friends and build a real friend group is to create it yourself. You gotta start from the ground up. You meet one friend, and then you find another friend. You introduce that friend. You guys play. You guys form like a 3-3 team. Play. You guys get closer, and then slowly you would add a few more people from there until you guys have like a small group of like a couple guys. You know, you guys are all close. You guys get close, and that's the best way because it's easier to build a group than join one. If you try to join a pre-existing group, I promise you that is a recipe for disaster. You could absolutely be friends with individual people from a group. That's fine. But if you try to insert yourself into that existing group, it always ends badly for both of you guys. Think about it. That group has been around for a while. They have their own inside jokes. They have their own history. They have their own OG dynamic. So if they add an outsider, it creates this weird tension, or you end up being on the edge of that group. It feels like you're trying to force your way into something that was built, but it just wasn't built for you. And it just ends up being like you don't belong. Number 6, you don't realize friends are the reason you don't quit. So this one's a bit different, but I wanted to include it. So here's the truth. Without friends, you will quit the game a lot faster than you think. Trophies get boring, ranked gets stressful, all the in-game events, they come and go. But a solid friend group is what keeps you logging on a random day, even when you're not feeling like playing Brawl. That's the difference between Brawl Stars being just a game and Brawl Stars being something that's actually part of your life. If you're just, coming on this game every now and then, like you come on, a few months, quit, come back. The thing is, there's a good chance the problem isn't the game. It's just you don't have people that are worth sticking around for. At the end of the day, this Brawl community has a horrible reputation for a reason, but that doesn't mean there aren't good people in it. There are, you just have to know where to look, how to show up, and how to actually be a good friend. You gotta be good yourself before expecting one back. If this video helped you, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what point you like the most and agree with. Trust me, I read all of them. It's time for you guys to make some real friends.